Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Commanders and the Jets, and it's all up next.
Let's go.
First known as the Meadowlands, EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The preseason is upon us. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, about to embark on that journey that ends with the Super Bowl. Greg, so good to finally have football back on the field.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoffs. When NFL football's on TV, Mike, it's just better. And I'll tell you what, for these teams and a lot of these young players, this is the start. Just like you said, this is a journey to making the roster, a journey to being there in week 1. And for a lot of these teams that have playoff hope,
it's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. Here comes a return from the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Commanders come out with the man they hope leads them into their new era. Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick in this past draft from LSU. Greg, this is the man who won the Heisman Trophy with the Tigers in Baton Rouge a year ago.
starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, to that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Daniels going to throw again. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. Laramie Tunsil, the big tackle, flagged there. Throwing again, Daniels. That's into the hands of Moore.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
To the air again is Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. On the move past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Gay's kick is good, and the Commanders will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3". Justin Fields.
Make no mistake about it, Mike, even though these games might not mean a lot in the grand scheme of things, they certainly matter when it comes to the evaluation of these rosters. You just can't replicate these situations of live reps in practice. So what do coaches do? They give guys a little bit of taste in the preseason games. Can you separate yourself from the rest of the pack? I'm excited to see who steps up, who makes a case to snatch one of these roster spots over these next couple hours.
Now it's the rookie out of South Dakota State, Isaiah Davis. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. They'll run, and here's the rookie from Michigan. Just pushing guys away as he takes this forward for a gain of 7. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Davis. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. This one taken in by Reynolds. 15 yards through the air, and the Jets have a 1st down. Now a give to Davis. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Davis. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Fields. This one caught by Lazar. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Carlson's kick is good. And the Jets will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll set out in search of a 1st touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Third and a yard, it's Daniels. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Jets offense ready for their second possession. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Davis. And he'll struggle to get positive yardage here, only up to about the 5. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Fields. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Fields. Open man is Lazard. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A run. It's Edwards. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Fields. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Here's Fields. That'll be taken in by Edwards. And it looks like he's gonna have enough. Indeed, the referee does signal it is a 1st down. To throw is Fields. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Fields to throw. Taking off. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Jets 1st down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
Fields now to throw on 1st down. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. To throw is Fields. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Fields now. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down. They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
It's one thing if you don't get the ball in the end zone, but it's another to lose this many yards. And I think now for this offense and this play caller, they've got to reevaluate their approach down here in tight.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smart.
And he's in for the touchdown. But hold everything. There is a marker down. These points may come off the board. So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. He'll try to run for it. And he's into the end zone. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Jets.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Anders Carlson now for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Jets take a 10-3 lead. We are through 1. 10-3 is our score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. Just the lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Isaiah Oliver brings them down. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down. This is Hartman. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Tress Way now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Davis. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he's got this up to the 35.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
The defense not biting. They stay at home, stop the quarterback. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. There he goes again.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
The Commanders' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Throwing now is Hartman. The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line.
The offense's backs were already up against the wall, but after suffering that last sack, it's all but eliminated whatever breathing room they had left, and for the rest of this drive, they don't have much room for error at all.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Pratt. That pass taken in by McLaurin. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Operating from the gun, it's Hartman. He'll go right and find his running back, and he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have the Commanders' 1st down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Play action. Here's Pratt. This one complete. KJ Osborne with the grab. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To the air, it's Hartman. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Pratt gonna throw it again. Open man, that's Cager. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. To the air again is Pratt. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Moore going in motion. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Following the penalty, they'll run it. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Working out of the gun, it's Pratt. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Osborne, the man on the move. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
To the sideline, nice job. They pull that one in, but that is still well short of a 1st down.
I'll be honest, Mike, I think everyone in this stadium, when that ball went up, you're thinking pick. Fortunately for him, there wasn't a defender in the area, and he's able to reel it in for a nice gain.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Commanders cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Gibson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, and which is weird, Mike, because they sent so many guys out in the route. But what does that do? It really stresses your protection. The more guys out in the route, the less guys blocking, and the play ends up resulting in a sack.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. Here's Austin McNamara now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Commanders' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Operating from the gun is Pratt. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Third and short, and here's Hartman. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Washington. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Tyler Johnson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A throw left side taken in by Corley.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It is 3rd and 10. Open man left side. He's got it. And he will score. Xavier Gibson. Touchdown, New York. Carlson now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Jets are able to extend the lead. It's now 17-6. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to get it one final time in this first half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. That's to the 3rd-round pick, Luke McCaffrey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now Pratt throwing on 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coach is. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed. They'll watch the second half with the shoulder pads off, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Mike
First
Tirico.
half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now they'll set up to throw. This complete to Corley. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On first down, it's Davis. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Dominique Hampton there to bring him down. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. On now comes the punt team for the Jets. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Working out of the shotgun, it's Hartman. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Gibson to return, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll run to begin this drive. It's Edwards, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell, but now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Edwards. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Here comes 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one to Corley. He's got it. They get 16 on that connection, and the Jets have a first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Hartman. There's Osborne with the grab. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Hartman. A quick slant, looked in by Moore. 2nd down and 3. They'll go play action with Hartman. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
That's McLaurin open on the left side. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. The Commanders set to kick this one away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On the ground, this is Davis. And he'll get forward for a couple. Dominique Hampton there to bring him down. 2nd down and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That'll be taken in by Edwards. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
3rd down, 3 to go. They'll run it with Davis. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. Won't be by much. He needed 3. He got 3. But the mark says 1st down. Running straight ahead with Edwards. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Hartman. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Up the middle they go. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. Moore going in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Hartman. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Now a give up the middle. And he gets this one down inside the 10, but it will set up 3rd and goal. This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Crack. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll be 4th and goal coming up. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Commanders are able to get it back within a score.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw, taken in. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Smart. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Gibson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. So, 3 quarters now in the books. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Edwards. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Pratt. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Pratt. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. 3rd and short, and it is Pratt. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Hartman again. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he will have the Commanders' 1st down by a couple of yards as they convert on 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Pratt. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. 18 yards on the connection. 1st down, Washington.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Trying to keep a drive alive. Going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing on 3rd down. This is Hartman. On target. Got it to McClure. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jets offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And that'll be batted down and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore all over that. Gets a hand in there to knock it away. Back to the air again on second and 10. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. He'll look to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll go again with Davis. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Here's third and 7. They'll throw out of the gun. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Hartman. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Osborne, the man on the move. Off the play fake. Here's Hartman. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. Big play coming up. This is third down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Commanders about to send this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a first and 10. Off the play fake. No chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Commanders' offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he's going to weave his way forward. That's a 1st down at the 44-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From out of the gun, here is Hartman. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. 3rd and short, and here's Hartman. And he is very close to the 1st down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. And here we go, 4th and inches. They're going. It's Hartman. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down. They'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. To throw again is Hartman. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. To the air again is Pratt. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
The Jets offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34, a pickup of 9. 2nd and a yard. They run once more with Edwards. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Jets as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say goodbye from MetLife Stadium.